G'day. It's Thursday, Cultivate Awareness. And we're going to reflect on yesterday, which was elevate language. And didn't some language come up yesterday? Apparently, I might be bipolar. What does that mean? Well, I like to explore these things because I find today, you go to one doctor, you get a very different view than another one. I'm going to explain that a little bit later. But we met some awesome people. We met a guy who, by the name of Ben, who sort of lost his voice and didn't know how to speak. Really cool dude. He followed me along the beach. Well, not followed. We walked together and watched Pip. It was really, really cool. Saw a few of the locals that we run into every day. They know me by name and I know them well. We didn't have time to chat because we wanted to get back here. So hang around for more.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Bipolar. Wow. Interesting stuff. As the camera shutters. Ooh, interesting. Cool. So who said it? Doesn't really matter. What matters is how I felt when that person said that. And I questioned, wow, is there something wrong with me? What was my awareness around bipolar? Is it a disease? Is it just a disconnection in the brain? Or is it a disconnection between the brain and the heart? I wanted to learn more. I didn't know what bipolar was. I've heard of famous footballers and famous people that have it. They seem normal. They've got podcasts, they're on TV shows, they talk fine. But what goes on behind the scenes? Because often we don't know. We tend to judge, and we judge based on what people tell us. Bipolar doesn't sound good. It's got 2, not 1. Well, I like 3s, so give me more. Maybe I'm a tripolar. I find it funny. Some people are going, oh, geez, Danny, don't make fun of it. Well, I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to bring it into my conscious competence. I believe leaving it out there in the unknown, that to me is ignorant behavior. And I'm not calling people ignorant. I'm saying that's ignorant behavior to make judgments based on their belief system or their thought process when they don't really know. And I'm going to explore the world. Maybe not on foot. I did that. I walked around Africa. I spent time in Europe. I've been to the Americas. And I knew my home was here on the Gold Coast in Surfers Paradise. Just took me a little longer to get here than I thought I would. And that's life. You know, we make choices, we make decisions. And I try and hold myself accountable as much as I can. And I even said, try. I want to be accountable. I need to be accountable for my actions and my thoughts and my feelings. But life gets in the way, doesn't it? It can be damaging. It can cost marriages. It can cost relationships between parents and kids. I met an awesome guy today. Didn't have much to say, but hey, when you're in my presence, I'm happy to share. But his body language spoke volumes to me. Was it pain? Or was it sadness? Was it loss? Was it a burst of energy just wanting to get out? And he was sitting on a park bench. I'd run into him before, literally 2 minutes earlier. Yet the way he went was about 1 kilometre. The way I went was about 200 metres. Maybe he was walking faster. Maybe I stopped to talk to someone. Either way, we met again at the same point. We had a chat. We sat together. We watched Pip. She didn't really make him smile, but that was okay. That was to come. And he joined me on the walk. And we walked up to the beach. And he saw the sunrise. It was beautiful. Oh, it might have been up a bit. It was a bit after 6. But, you know, we didn't have to say much. I was saying g'day. I even got a g'day first. And I saw on her face a smile that I reckon she recognized the shirt, which is cool Because it's not about me, it's about the shirt, it's about the message. Be more social. That's the message we're trying to share. No, that's the message we are sharing. It's just not sharing fast enough for me. Because when we talk about time and energy, and I'm focusing on time and energy, not the other stuff I used to when I was in business, because now I'm in charity, in giving time and energy. So I gave this guy as much time and energy as he needed, or maybe not, because I was going in a different direction and he wanted to stay on that path. And I literally mean the promenade. He was enjoying the sun and he wanted to go that way, and my home was that way. So we parted ways, said goodbye, and I hope I see him tomorrow, or not. And I don't mean because he's gone that way. I mean because he's going in the right direction, back home to where his kids are. He hasn't seen them in years, but there's a chance they're on socials. He could look them up, or what a lot of people tend to do is suggest they can't. They don't know how to use social media, or they're not on that app, or they don't know what app their kids are on. Well, it's not that hard. The internet's pretty powerful these days. You can find people pretty quick. And if you're from a small town, there's only so many schools in that town. You can pick up the phone, you can check their socials, look for school photos. If you truly want to find who you're looking for, you'll find them, whether that's yourself or that's someone you love. It's pretty powerful. So bipolar. Let's look at it from a scientific perspective. My understanding is it's a disconnection between your brain, your left and right brain. I could be not correct. Okay, someone share some information with me. Tell me what it is. I don't necessarily want to hear what it isn't. That doesn't serve a purpose for me. I'm looking for answers. I'm looking for solutions. I'm looking for what some people believe bipolar is. Because in my world, I believe if there isn't a cure, then you don't know what it is. So if there's a cure, love to hear it. If there isn't a cure, I don't believe you're any more right than I am. Because you don't know what it is. Because the only way you can cure something is when you know what it is. We don't know what cancer is. There's no cure. There's a Band-Aid fix, chemo. I know. Took my father's life. He made that choice to stay and look after our family. A choice I disagreed with. I suggested going away with mum and traveling the world, and I'd take care of my brother and sister. But I wasn't ready. And he stayed and left too soon. So I thought, I've got to step up and take care of my brother and sister. And I blew it. But that's life. And there's a bit of pain there and a hurt, and I'll resolve that. I've been trying to reach out, and I don't know if those messages are falling on deaf ears or if it's the technology that's slow. Because I know when someone's read a text, I know when someone's read an email, but these messages aren't going through. I can pick up the phone. However, he runs his own company, and does he have time to answer that call? Of course I've thought of it. Have I acted? That's your choice, or mine, is it? He could have made an effort. I could have made an effort. Maybe we have been making efforts backwards and forwards, but technology's getting in the way. Can you see where this is going? Be more social. Yes, you may live in another town. You may live in another country. And yes, there is technology that will connect you. But if you live in the same street or the same suburb, why aren't you seeing each other in person? Why are you hiding behind the curtain of, oh, I've got a job, oh, I can't get there, the public transport's too difficult. At the end of the day, your life is your life. You choose the choices you make. There's a reason my old business was called Choose Your Chapter. It was about choosing the chapter of life you wish to choose. It just wasn't the right time to be selling that story to people because it was a business. So we're going to bring it in to the charity model. And that's going to be the publishing arm. So I've mentioned before, I'm becoming aware from my unconscious, subconscious, and I'm bringing that to my conscious mind by reflecting on the past. And I don't mean just yesterday, elevating my language. However, I am elevating my language while I'm writing my memoirs. Now, it's a bit all over the shop, and I talk about a person I met when I was 6 and then met again at 48. It jumps around, it chops around. But the beauty of this is that's the story of life. So, how much? I give it away. It's going on Amazon. It's going wherever you can. I'm sharing it. It's going to be a podcast. It's going to be an audio podcast. A visual podcast? I don't know yet. Maybe it already is. Maybe it's some of these stories I share with you. Who knows? Because it's all going on behind the scenes. And some people think they know because they know me, but they only know me when they see me in the flesh. You might watch this video or someone else's post or comment or a movie with a famous actor. You may think you know them, but they're acting. Am I acting? Was that story about me or was it about someone else? Do I have a brother? Do I have a sister? Is my father still alive? You don't know. All you know is what you've heard me say on this screen. So think about that next time around cultivating your awareness. This is the message. Be more social. If you have a workmate or a family friend or someone you care about, ask them that question. Be curious. This is an area where you know you don't know something. Conscious incompetence. You can shift it very simply into your conscious competence by asking and listening. That is be more social. Simply say good day. All the best. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.